Father, I no longer wanna run. You've broken my resistance with your love and drowned it underneath the crimson spill. So bend this rebel heart into your will. I give it over to you. I give it over to you. Your love is like an arrow straight true. And now this rebel heart belongs to you. Help me lay the renegade to rest. Turn the stone inside me back to flesh. And hold me till my best defense is gone. Watch this rebel heart surrender all. Or I give it over to you. I give it over to you. Your love is like an arrow straight true. And now this rebel heart belongs to you. Oh, take my life and let it be yours. Oh, take my life and let it be yours. Won't you take my life? Oh, take my life and let it be yours. Oh, take my life and let it be yours. I give it over to you. I give it over to you. Love is like an arrow straight true. And now this rebel heart belongs to you. Oh, now this rebel heart belongs to you. Yes. Now this rebel heart belongs to you.
Amen.
For today, we got a twofer.
Hey guys, my name's Jeremy. I'm going to be helping out with Q&A. My friend Elizabeth is over here. Say hey, Elizabeth. All right, if you have a question, just raise your hand and we're going to come around. I have our first one for us, Lauren. This is Stephanie right here. And Stephanie has been to 21 Lauren Daigle concerts. She's got tickets for 15 more Lauren Daigle concerts. Love this. Yes, we're telling it all. Okay.
I'm excited. I'm serious. Every time I walk in and see y'all, it's like family. I walk up just a second ago. It's like, oh, my people are here. It feels so good. Really. I'm glad y'all are here.
She wants to know about your experience recording with Trombone Shorty.
Oh, that's a great question. Okay, so we went. I remember the music video very clear. Okay, so he has a studio. For everybody who doesn't know who Trombone Shorty is, he's a local musician out in Louisiana. He's from New Orleans. He grew up learning all this, the beauty of jazz, and he's a trombone player, obviously. And I love him so much. I have so much respect for him. I'll tell this one story really quick, and then I'll tell you that part. The other day, we were down there in Louisiana, and I was walking to get sandwiches at this local sandwich shop, and it was late at night, but there's things that are open late, and I rode my bike over there, and he pulls up in his car, and he's like, Lauren? I'm like, Troy! Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you! He's like, what are you doing? Riding your bike around at night? And I said, oh, you know, I live around the corner, and Jesus watching me on the fence in the He's like, okay, so make sure that you get home all right. You're gonna be okay. Like, I'm looking out for you. I'm always watching. He is so dear to me. He's always looking out, and he's yeah, he came and did the look or the These Are the Days music video, and just gave me a bear hug after. And was like, you know, I'm your brother if you ever need anything. Anyway, love him. So the making of that, I remember whenever I went to the studio, I was so nervous because people know really big names, and big names are like a big thing to them and all this. For me, it's the local musicians. Like anytime I'm in New Orleans, if it's somebody that's really good, I'm like, I'm so nervous. So I walked into the studio thinking, I don't know, I hope I'm good. Like, I know that I'm good. New Orleans is particular, you know? It's the birthplace of jazz. They know what they're talking about, right? And the people that are busking on the streets are just as good as any recording artist in any other part of the country. It's kind of a thing. So I walked in and I was like, is this gonna be the moment that it's like the imposter syndrome. Is this gonna be the moment that I'm good, or is this gonna be the moment that I show them, oh, I've been making it all along, gotcha. And I walked in and it was so much fun. I remember the engineer, he was so laid back, and I think we did it in like an hour. It was like walked in, sang it, walked out. I thought to myself, oh my gosh, was it good or was it just good enough? Like which one are we working with? And it was just such a great day. It was easy. I remember feeling so laid back from the way they made me feel. So it was a great day.
Thanks, Lauren. We're over here. This is Kathy right here.
Hey, Kathy.
And Kathy wants to know, did you always know that you wanted to be a singer?
My mom said from the womb, I was singing before I could talk, she said. I was always cooing and making sounds and everything. But I remember, in particular, two artists, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion. I remember hearing their voices for the first time and thinking, oh my gosh, what is this? And I was a camel in the church play around the same time. Clearly, very big career, right? I was in line with them in my heart. And so I said to my mom, I said, I want to do this forever. I was 3 years old, and I just remember feeling like something clicked different when I was on stage. And I believe now it was God setting up an assignment, saying, oh, this is get familiar with this place, you know? It was just this moment of feeling free, but I didn't grow up in music. I didn't know anything about it. When I was in high school, and I ended up getting sick and taking voice lessons out of that because just to keep my body doing something that wasn't difficult. And I remember thinking, my mom was the one who was like, we should start voice lessons because it won't be too intense and you sing all the time. Like you're always singing around the house. And then that turned into singing in the church choir. That turned into me getting voice lessons from him and just it kind of went on from there. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, Lauren. This is Meadow over here. Meadow wants to know.
That's
I know,
so special.
So good.
Yeah.
What do you do when you get writer's block, and does the melody or lyrics come first?
Okay, so what do I do when I get writer's block? I pause. And I know that sounds like everybody who's like, no, you gotta fight through fatigue, you gotta fight through. No, sometimes your brain just needs a second. It just does. It's like, oh, I've hit a brick wall. I'm gonna go on a walk. I'm gonna go outside for a little longer. I'm gonna go grab a coffee and hang out with a friend. And if it's a season of writer's block, I always say it just means you need to absorb more. Like go out into the world, absorb more. Get your eyes open and say, what am I missing? What is there to see that I haven't seen yet? What is there that I'm gonna see that's gonna pour into a song later? That's kind of how I go through it, right? I know there's people that they get tired and overwhelmed and they continue to push through. For me, if that's the case, I just need to come off the gas a little bit, rest, and then I will naturally refill because I love writing. It is a byproduct. So if anybody ever tells you, you can't stop when you have writer's block, keep pushing through, I just say, when my cup is full, it will then run over. I'll be able to let it run over. But if I'm empty, I meant to. It's okay. You won't be behind just because you take a pause. And then the second part of that question, I don't remember. Oh, lyrics and melody first. Okay. So, I'm a little bit of a dualistic. They kind of come together. So, but I don't necessarily hear all the chords and everything at the same time. It's typically just vocal melody. Sometimes there's a lyric that's associated. Sometimes it's a journal entry that turns into, something like that. But 90% of the time, it's melody and lyric that comes together. And then I go into the studio. And we can reshape words and things like that. But naturally, it kind of falls out together. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lauren. We're back here. This is Mercy. She's 7 years old.
Good to meet you.
And Mercy wants to know what's the favorite song that you've ever sang before.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my
I have
God.
a couple. Right now on this tour, it's Salvation Mountain. I love singing Salvation Mountain. I love the way it feels with the band. I love the excitement of that song. I love the message. Gosh, that's really tough. Last tour was Rescue.
Yeah.
People would ask me that, and I was like, I love singing Rescue. But I think Salvation Mountain just during rehearsals it found a new wave into my heart. It's kind of my favorite right now. And then Still Rolling Stones is definitely one of my favorites. Thank you so much. I love that question. Good to meet you, Mercy.
Thanks, Lauren. We're all the way over here. This is Viviana.
Hello, Viviana. Good to meet you.
And she wants to know, when did you become strong in your faith?
Ooh, that's a great question. Well, I remember when I got baptized, I was 7 or 6 years old, and it was because everybody got grapefruit juice and crackers at church, and I was like, why am I missing out on the midday snack? They said, oh, you gotta be baptized. I said, all right, sign me up, throw me in the water. That's literally what happened. But fast forward, I remember always kind of having just this moment where I would always talk to God, whether it was going to bed at night or I had frogs on my PJs, and somebody told me that if you kiss a frog, then it turns into a prince. So I would kiss the frogs on my PJs and say prayers at the same time. That was a really good moment. But I just kind of found myself praying all through life. But when I was sick in that season, it was from ages 15 to 17. That was really when I started to grow my faith. That was a season that kind of made me question what I believed in a good way. And sometimes we can think of questioning things that we believe in as a bad thing, but sometimes it actually just makes your faith richer and deeper, and you start to have answers for things you've always wondered. And that was that season for me. So I would say when I was 15 to 17.
Amen.
Thanks, Lauren.
Absolutely.
We're on
Thank
your
you.
right all the way over here. This is Ember.
I love your son, Ember.
Yes.
I love you. You're my hero. I want to be you when I grow up. Come on. Well, Ember, I can't wait to see who you become when you grow up. That's going to be really awesome. Hi.
Ember
How
wants
are you?
to know how you wrote the song Rescue, where did you get the lyrics from, and if you actually wrote it.
Okay, yes. So whenever I was, I think on the Empire's tour, it was several years ago. I remember we were touring and I was so tired, and I said, why did I schedule a co-write on an off day? And I was getting ready in the morning for the write, and I said, God, I need a song. Please give me a song, something to go to the studio with. And I got this picture of a girl who was going through a really, really hard time. And she felt alone, and she felt like the world didn't understand her. She felt like the people around her didn't understand her. And whenever there was this one moment of her deciding, who am I going to be? Jesus walked in and he said, I see you as my daughter. And he started telling her who she was to him. It was like all this picture that he was showing me, right? And so right then in the bathroom, I wrote, love will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, love will rescue you. And then I went to the studio and I said, I don't know if this is anything, I don't know if it's any good or whatever, but this is a chorus I started writing. And so they said, oh, you know what? instead of love, it should be I. Because in the moment of wanting something, you want someone to run after you. You don't want this idea to run after you. You want someone saying, I'll rescue you from anything you're going through, from whatever it is that you're facing. And so we changed love to I, saying like God will come for any person who needs him. That's the story behind the song. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ember. Thanks for singing with me. I saw you singing. I love that.
Thanks, Lauren. This is Braden right here.
Hey, Braden. How are you? Good. Wait, I have to read the shirt. You can't scare me. I have 3 sisters.
All 3 right
Oh
here.
my gosh, that's amazing. Good to meet y'all. Come on.
Okay, Braden wants to know what's your favorite color and why.
Okay, my favorite color is the rainbow. Well, I always say rainbow. You know. I always say rainbow because I love the rainbow. God's promise. All the colors. I'm a 7 on the Enneagram. I can't choose. I love life. But I really love golds, yellows, oranges, anything in that vein. Those are some of my favorite colors. And the reason why is because it's the sun. I love what the sun. Well, yeah, LSU colors. Y'all in North Carolina, but I'm a hardcore LSU fan. But the sun is my favorite thing. I love it. The second I wake up in the morning, I open the curtains and immediately look, what is the day gonna look like? Is it sunny? Please be sunny. I'm a sun junkie. I love it. Yellow is the color of the sun. Thank you so much. I love that. My brother, he has 2 sisters, but my aunt lived with us for almost my whole life as well. So he got the 3 women in the house. I get it. You know, we're all alive. We're fun.
Hey, Lauren. All right, here's Paul.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
He's bummed he doesn't have a cool shirt, but he looks good though.
That's
Still
all
looks
right.
good.
That's all right. We'll take you as you come.
That's right. All right, how do you balance professional life, personal life, spiritual life? How does that all work?
Okay, well, I take a lot of time off. Shocking. People think that I work all the time. I tour a good bit, right? I love touring. It's my favorite thing. But when I'm off tour, I am off. Like, I like to be dormant. We just finished a 6-week break, and I get still, and I go see my family, and I return home, and it's my favorite thing in the world. I love it. I try to, even when I'm on tour, so we do this thing called the Weekend Warrior. I wanted to like dip my toe into the non-Weekend Warrior, which means you go out for like 2 months, or you go for like, 4 days, spaced out, whatever, just because it's not better for your voice. But it meant that you would have to be away from home, and a lot of these guys touring with us have families with young kids and things like that. So I was like, well, why would we want to take anybody away from the family longer than what we have to? So we do the Weekend Warrior thing, which means on the non-weekends, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we get to go home and be with family. So that is very important to me. I grew up in the South. I grew up in Louisiana. We all live on the same property. It's one of those things. But I love my family. I love where I come from, and I love getting to make memories with the new people coming into our family. It's really special. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lauren. This is Brooklyn right here.
Hey, Brooklyn. How are you? Good. Good to meet you. Beautiful.
Brooklyn wants to know what your favorite worship song is.
Okay, I have 2. Do you know, this is a really old one. Do you know the song, This is the air I breathe? You know that song? You do? It's one of my favorite songs of all time. I love that song so much. Another one, we were just listening in the car on the way, and I'm gonna forget it just because you asked. What did Ash? Is she here? I don't even know if she's in. No. Okay, never mind. I'll remember that one later, and if I do, I'll tell you. And then the All Sons and Daughters song. All the earth will shout your praise. Do you know that one? Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. That's one of my favorite. I love that song. I feel like every time I listen, it's like an army gets built inside me. It's exactly how it feels. It's like, wow, wow, wow. And I think it's because when we recognize the power of breath, like that God actually put breath inside of our lungs, and then the entire earth using that breath to live praise back to Him, that's pretty powerful. I'm like, whoa, it makes me think of the army that we get to be a part of. It's pretty special. Good to meet you.
Thanks, Lauren. We're over here. This is Peyton right here.
Hello, good to meet you.
Peyton wants to know how you came to write the lyrics for the song first.
Oh, wow. Okay, kind of piggybacks on your question. The spiritual aspects of keeping things real whenever you're in an environment where constantly being on the floor in front row. And the music industry is awesome, but let me tell you, if you don't have any boundaries, it'll use every part of you. That's just the way it's designed. They want you to go, 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 right? And I remember very early on in my career wrestling with that thing. It's from the swamp. I'm like, why is everybody moving so fast? This is what? The Big Easy. New Orleans is called the Big Easy for a reason. I'm like, oh, we're gonna stop in some other places along the way. But in the music industry, they don't like that too much. And I remember thinking to myself, if I'm gonna do this, I have to figure out a way to keep my heart, to keep my head, to keep my spirit, all of that fed and alive. And the Lord reminded me of that verse in Matthew. It talks about seek first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you. So the things that we care about, right? With the music industry saying, hurry, 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 rush, 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 or you're gonna miss it. That thing. I just was like, I could give into this, or I could say, God, I trust you before anything else to be in control of whatever happens here. If it's something good, it's okay, you're in control. If it's something bad, it's okay, you're in control. If I miss this thing, it's okay, you're in control. If I get to do this thing, it's awesome, you're in control. The bottom line though, is that if He is the first thing that we seek, everything will fall into place. Everything will be added onto us. And it's not predicated on what's good or what's bad or what's awesome or what's not. It's predicated upon His consistency. And I think that's what's really important. And that was kind of the backbone of how we wrote that song. Thank you so much. Hi.
This is Gianna right here.
Gianna, hello.
And this is a great follow-up question to that last one.
Okay.
This is our last question for the night, okay?
All right.
She wants to know, what do you do when your spirits get low?
Okay, that's a great question. Well, all transparency, call a friend. That's what I do. I just say, even yesterday, I woke up in the middle of my sleep with this, I guess it wasn't a dream, it was like a warning almost, and it was really heavy. Like I feel like the Lord just showed me something about a family member and it just rocked my world, right? And I remember just being really overwhelmed. And the next morning, my friend, she just like looked at me and I was like, I need to tell you something. And in that space though, it's a sacred space, right? It's those moments that you get to invite God in and say, there's something going on here. And right now I need someone to be a part of this with me. And if you're somebody who's struggling with loneliness or who feels like there's nobody here for them, I promise with all of my heart and soul, there are two people right back here that I know can be a friend to whatever circumstance you're going through. Right over here, I know someone who can be a friend to whatever you're going through. And sometimes the bigness of what we feel can just be dissolved in a little bit of community and just finding someone who is like-minded and believes what you believe. So what do I do when my spirits get low? I find a friend who I know I can lean on, because we don't have to do this life on our own. We actually don't. We don't have to do it where, oh, I have to get everything right. I have to feel awesome all the time. There are days where I do not feel awesome. I have joy. I love life. But there are days that I need other people to be the strength for me that I can't necessarily make happen for myself, you know? And that's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's okay. Another thing I do is if I'm in a place where I can do this, I turn on worship music. And I just listen to worship and just let it kind of set me free. Or I go on a walk and I turn everything off. Like no social media, no phone, no nothing. Just go on a walk and like get some space, get some clear air. That's really helpful as well. Yeah. Best to you. Thank you for being here. Y'all, thank you. I'm so grateful. You guys are.
His name is Ferdinand.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Thank you. I love the colors of your sweater.
Thank you.
Awesome. Y'all, thank you for being a part of this. Hi! How did you draw this? Oh my goodness. I love that so much. Yeah, can you show it to me? That's really cool. I love it. Who are these people? You and me?
Oh,
I love the hearts too. These are really cool. Really cool. Can I write you a note on it really quick? Is that okay? I'll give it to you. I'll give it right back to you. You want this one?
So